This is somebody that doesn't stop loving. This is somebody that doesn't stop loving. They do not lose their heart. They protect their heart for a very, very long time. They protect it. But when they move into this energy here, that heart opens up. Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I am here to do a reading. It will be a channel reading as well as using possibly oracle cards, maybe tarot. I'm not sure. I will just be guided as to where I go, but it will definitely be channeled. So as I sat here asking what do I need to do, I noticed I had lit my candle and it went out. So I threw out. They asked me to shuffle the deck. So as I was shuffling the animal deck, one of the cards that flew out is the bee spirit here. The bee I really see as a miraculous type of animal, I guess, if you want to call it that. No, I don't know the scientific name for it, but they, in my opinion, are multidimensional. They should not be able to fly aerodynamically. I can't even speak. You know what I mean. They shouldn't even be able to fly because of their wings and the size of their body. They shouldn't even be able to fly. So I really believe that they are, the sweetness of life and the ability to be able to move back and forth through dimensions. Okay? And they really are bringing my presence to the bee because my candle went out. So I went back to light a candle and I noticed sitting on my shelf I had a couple of beeswax candles that I picked up last summer when I was in Canada, and I haven't used them. They're all natural. They have a wooden wick. I think it's cedar wick that is in them, and they are just absolutely beautiful. And I just have not burned them, and I have a difficulty with that sometimes, because I can't replace things here, especially, but I've had difficulty with it my entire life. And I think it's because I was taught as a child, I remember receiving a doll one time and it got packed away. It was too beautiful for me to be able to play with. And long story short, the doll ended up being destroyed by a cat that got into the box, and I never was able to enjoy it. And they're bringing me back to that experience now because I did the same thing with these candles and I put them aside and I'm like, why am I not enjoying them? Like, why would I have a candle that I'm not willing to burn? What is the point? It is simply a round wax candle. But within that, they also brought me to the bee energy, which multidimensional. This bee talks to me about multidimensionality. And I find that really, really fascinating. I did a reading, I can't remember when, it's been in the last week or two, about making sure that we are completely grounded. And the earthworm came out within that reading as well. And the earthworm has come out again. And the earthworm really is about, being within the earth, part of the earth. And I love how this earthworm is depicted here as, a circle, right? This is continuous life, into the earth and out, into the earth and out, into the earth and out. And as a multidimensional being, we are immortal. We never die. Our energy never dies. However, as an earthly being, we are put back into the earth. That is part of the cycle of life. And that is what this is talking about to me, is the cycle of life. And then they give me the otter. The otter to me is representative of childhood, play, having fun, joyfulness, family, love. That's what this is talking about. And it's interesting how they brought me the story of my doll when I was a child and it being wrapped up. It was so incredibly beautiful. It's one of the few gifts that my dad ever got for me, and it was wrapped and put away. But childhood is really coming up big time here, and childhood came up in my last reading as well, about the inner child. But we are really in a time right now of where we are moving in, and endings and beginnings, and which is really a metamorphosis of energy. And as a sign of that, I also have the dragonfly here. The dragonfly is the way actually my dad comes to me, which is interesting how that story came up about my childhood with my dad getting me that doll. But the dragonfly as well talks to me about transformation, but it talks to me about transformation in a different way than the butterfly. The dragonfly talks to me about a really, really difficulty, a difficult life before this transformation. So a lot of trials and tribulations. You might look at somebody that with this dragonfly energy that has had a lot of difficulty throughout their life. They may have struggled with things like poverty, abuse, neglect, abandonment, those kind of things. Okay, addictions before the transformation comes with the dragonfly. And that's what the dragonfly speaks to me about, is that kind of a transformation, and how incredibly beautiful that is, with all of the experience that you bring with that you are able to love enough through that. This is somebody that doesn't stop loving. This is somebody that doesn't stop loving. They do not lose their heart. They protect their heart for a very, very long time. They protect it. But when they move into this energy here, that heart opens up. And if we can see this here, this is reminding me of half of the Merkaba. Okay? Very interesting, because the Merkaba is the blending of masculine and feminine, heaven and earth. And I talked about the earth being here, the multi-dimensionality with the bee. Okay? And that's what they're bringing forward with that, is that unity. Okay? And there's actually, I'm going to put a picture on here if I think about it. It's not called, there's another one, and it is unity. The Merkaba is recognizing of duality, how we have life after death through multidimensionality, but we are part of that earth cycle. But the next one, and I'm going to put it on here, talks about the unity of that, and it's the blending is the Merkaba, but the bottoms are touching, so they have touch. And that's interesting, because they're bringing me to this sign that I have all the time. Oh, that's difficult. How can I do that, Spirit? Like that? Like that? Okay, just a minute. Okay, I'm trying. So it's like that. Okay, that's what they're showing me, that sign. Shoratu Rishikana Ishkanama Stana Tarkikana. Okay. So they want to talk about multidimensionality and a heart opening here. And with that heart opening here, you are going to learn to express yourself. And as I talk about that, my throat is beginning to constrict a bit. I'm just needing a drink of water. So multidimensionality, while remaining on the earthly plane here, being within our third dimensional body here. Okay, playful, joyful, loving life. And I feel like that is what you are coming out into, is this, with this transformation here that is currently in the process. And that is really beautiful to witness, you guys. And I was shuffling my decks, and I had dragon cards fly out as well. And I also had Archangel Gabriel come out with the white dragon here. And this is purification. I can feel it in my throat. Brings purification. Self-discipline will speed ascension and bring joy. Oh my God, there's the otter with the joy. You can carry Archangel Gabriel's diamond. And it's a diamond white light. Okay? It's Archangel Gabriel. And Archangel Gabriel sits in the direction of the west. And that's interesting, because the Star of Venus, or the pentagram, comes around here. Like this talks about the four elements and the 4 directions, as well as ether. My dragon brought this forward to me. I don't know when. I don't even know if the reading's posted, but I don't know, a week or so ago, I guess, and brought this forward to me about this really symbolizing the dragon energy. Okay? And it's because of all 5 elements: earth, air, water, fire, and ether, that it symbolizes. And I never knew that, and they channeled that through me, and then I looked it up, and that's what came forward for that. And I was like, what? I didn't even know that. So that's how I know that I'm not full of caca a lot of times, is because, 10:44, 1:44, the clarion call, is because things that I know nothing of, that they will channel through me, and then I can look up and find clarification on things like that I had no knowledge of, because I really don't have any knowledge of the occult, and that is what they consider that to be, or what it has been considered to be for a long time. But actually what it does is it is actually a protection against negative energy or bad energy, if you want to call it that. Okay, I also have the orange gold dragon from Arcturus. So the Arcturians want to step forward, and I've had the Arcturians stepping forward a lot for me. Now, Arcturians are really great healers, and they really love sound. They deal a lot with sound. So if you are someone that loves sound healing, or you are into that sound healing or that vibration, you may have a Arcturian lineage as well, as do I. And it opens you to knowledge for the new golden age. Carry the energy of the future. Be a guiding light. And this is the orange golden dragon that has come forward with that. Okay? And then I also have the earth and water dragon. Creates the foundation for new growth, which I said we're going through endings and new beginnings right now. A fresh start is coming with new opportunities. Nurture your ideas and harvest the abundance. And again, earth and water. So we've got the elements that are really wanting to step forward, and especially with them wanting me to bring in, the what they would call the pentagram is the Star of Venus as well. And with a heart opening. I feel like this is a heart opening with this shift, like a bigger heart opening. You, like I said, you did not close your heart off completely, which is why, you experience so much pain as well. You did set really strong boundaries around it for yourself in receiving, but now with the opening of this heart energy, you are going to begin to be more on the receiving end of it, rather than on that giving, always feeling like you have to be more, you have to do more, you have to people please in order to be loved. And really, you don't have to do anything. You just have to be you. You're worthy of love. You are love. Okay? And along with this, I'm receiving a pain in the very, in between my shoulder blades, at the top of my shoulder blades, which is across from the thymus here, which is the higher heart energy. And I'm feeling that higher heart energy that is opening up more. You may also find even that you might feel really uncomfortable, like a heaviness even within the chest at times, with this heart energy that is wanting to open up right now. Okay, it's really, really powerful. And with the opening up of that heart energy, you have been really, really struggling with, being prosperous, being abundant, having things come into your life, being able to receive that. Like I said, the receivable of it, when that opens up, you're going to be able to receive the prosperity. Okay, I'm going to put my glasses on to read this because the writing is really little and I'm getting old. The frequency of prosperity supports our feeling of well-being by allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit sing. It invites us to express ourselves in joy and celebration of the abundance and riches that the universe provides, and understanding and knowing that you are deserving of all of this abundance. Okay? Once again, you guys, we've got 1:44 as I look at the clock, and 14:41. Okay? So it's really, really powerful, the clarion call right now. What is happening to really, bring you back into into that state of love. And if you're wondering if you're moving on the right path, this is your sign. Spirit wants you to know that you are headed in the right direction, and that you have just had a lot of healing to do. Okay, you've had a lot of wounding within your life, and you are moving past that now. Oh my goodness! And to acknowledge that and confirm it, I have the card of miracles, number 33. 33, which is the Ascended Masters. The frequency of miracles supports our belief in ourselves as part of Source, and therefore our belief that anything is possible. And interestingly enough, it talks about belief. The card that came out with it is belief. Number 11, which is another master. Can I see that? Let me see. There you go. Is another master number. And this is also, this color represents the high heart, you guys. The frequency of belief supports our sense of self-worth based on our gifts and talents and a strong connection to Source. Okay? And then the last one that came out is Cosmic Flower. The frequency of Cosmic Flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home. And it's interesting because I talked about Arcturian and I talked about multidimensional with the bee energy as well. Okay? The core from which we pour our magnificence out into the world. And there is the Cosmic Flower. How beautiful is that? You guys are going through this glorious transformation, and begin to really look as well for angel numbers, especially duplicates like 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, those kind of things. You will begin to see a lot of duplicates within that. Okay, I also feel like you're going to be seeing a lot of things that add up to a 9. Okay, the number 9, which is all about the self, learning about the self, and that's what this year is all about as well. So with that, you guys, I am going to take my leave. If you enjoy my channel, please take a moment to click the like. It really helps me to get noticed, and it really is a dog-eat-dog world out there in the YouTube world. I'm not sure how to do anything about it. I'm just this woman that's out here speaking her truth and trying to be authentic, and I have done everything that I can possibly do in YouTube world, for my videos to be seen, and yet they aren't seen. I know they aren't seen because they aren't clicked on. So if you guys can click that like, leave a comment, share, click the subscribe button, I would be ever so grateful. And many, many blessings to you. May your generosity be returned to you 100-fold. And until next time, please remember to let love be your guide.